What's up guys? I'm back again for another reaction video. Full disclosure, I haven't seen this. This was picked again by my buddy Morgan. So let's get right into it. Let's see how well these turn out. Let's go. All right, putting a little You know, I gotta be really honest, man. I am not a really good braider. Like this is, that's insane. That is so meticulous. That is so amazing. I mean, I'm so impressed, right? Like, wow, like that's just, again, the detail, it's dope, man. Like that's crazy. I mean, yeah, I'm super impressed, man. You know, I like how they actually used that shine and or that silicone, because them actually pulling that through allows it to where it's like those strands stay completely separated. That's super impressive. I mean, you're gonna wear that to the library, Costco, you know, Sam's Club. You know, come on, man. I like, you know, like that's, I mean, it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. That's awesome. That's super cool for a stage, you know, or if you're going out on a first date, you know what I mean? It's impressive, man. All right, so, all right, you're cutting some extensions, putting it up pretty high. You know, I've seen this artist before. I haven't seen this look at all, but he is, he's got some skills, man. He dresses a ton of hair, which I really dig. I mean, being an avant-garde artist and watching this, I can see this visually where this is gonna be going. And if you notice, the really cool thing about this is he goes from like rather short hair, extension hair, and then it actually gets more long. And so him cutting in that at the very beginning, he was cutting it to where it's gonna have a gradation from like short to long. So, you know, the really cool thing about that is it creates a really cool amount of texture. I mean, it looks like a Christmas tree personally, but I mean, again, this look is really gonna be for a photo shoot. Something editorial, you're not gonna really go out. I mean, I don't know, you might, I mean, if you can rock that look, but you can see how it was. Let's back up just a little bit, and you can see how that like looks as far as glam when it comes to a photo shoot. You can see how they doctored everything up. They made the saturation, the contrast, of course, they made it look darker right through here. The green coming out, popping out, you know, her not like looking in the camera, her looking down. I mean, it's super cool. It works for a photo shoot. So that's what I love about it. Again, you know, when it comes down to doing editorial work, it's all about practice. All about practice. The cool thing about this is you're seeing the separation. So he's bringing out the color as well, which is super rad. You know, and again, it creates that three-dimensional look, which is also super cool. You know, it's interesting when you watch him work with his hands. Like, he's got like this really meticulous way to kind of like almost just separate the hair like he would. He's got like this very interesting, everything's just kind of separated so lightly. So, I mean, it's got, I mean, artistically, it's mind-boggling. It's amazing. I mean, again, like I don't pull up hair like that, but I mean, I can appreciate the artistic flair in it because hair is a medium. It truly is. So this is awesome. I love it. You can see again, you know, I mean, I don't necessarily like how it's photographed in this. I mean, you got too many distractions in the background. It takes away from the hair personally. I mean, but I mean, that's just my photographer eye coming out when I look at something like this, but I can appreciate the hair. The hair is amazing. So look, it's a soccer ball. you know, like honestly, like when it comes down to, you know, spreading out the hair, this is, it's super, super amazing. Like, again, this guy's got mad skills, mad talent. I mean, let's go back and look at this. I mean, this isn't one of my favorites personally. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I look at this and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I mean, I don't really like the soccer ball. It's just not really doing it for me. But again, I can appreciate the skill that it takes to do this. So when it comes to art, it's relative. Everything is super relative. So again, it's not one of my favorites, but I can appreciate the balance. If you look at this, I mean, it's super balanced really well, even the way the curves of the actual soccer ball and how it curves, and it's got more of a pompadour, and then it curves down by the ear and whatnot. It flows, like it's balanced super well. But I mean, I just don't really, so it's not my skis. You know, if you look really, really close, you can actually see that he put like a little crimp texture in this. And when he was actually going to backcomb it, that backcombing is gonna hold, and that mini, like he probably used like some sort of mini crimper and he just lightly dusted it and it created a little bit of texture. That's gonna be a secret when you're ever pulling up your hair, is to create a little bit of texture if it's naturally kind of straight. So that right there is an amazing, amazing thing that he's doing. And he's building a ton of volume. He's building like this, like very Bardo right here. Like it's super cool, super exaggerated. Things are a little bit bigger. You know, who doesn't like big hair, right? I mean, I love big hair. Volume. Yeah, I can dig that. It looks super good on her. Like this, I love. Her makeup looks amazing as well. Like that's awesome. I love the makeup. It's so clean, it's so crisp. This is one of my favorites so far, right here. My favorite. Well, I gotta get through the rest of them, but this one right here, this is, it's awesome. All right, little rat's nest on top. As you can see, he's creating that shape. This is what's so interesting, is that he's creating that under shape. So you can actually start to see how, you know, again, he's gonna build a little bit of height right through here and a little bit of height right through here, and there's not gonna be as much height in that center portion. Yeah, so you can start to see that right there. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And adding those extensions. See how that extension gradiates, which is super amazing. And again, it's just gonna add to that shape. Oh yeah. Let's see where this goes. All right, all right. Okay, now he's building up that height. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Very avant-garde, you know, this one. And again, you can start to see, what I really want you guys to notice is notice how that curve right there on the shoulders curves up. And then again, it really peeks out that eye. Is this shape for everybody? No, it's not. But you gotta look at the details, look at the amazingness that's happening right here. This is dope, super dope, actually. Again, like, it's a very interesting kind of shape. Yeah, let's see where we're going here. The thing you want to notice about this artist is he's always looking out, bringing out the best feature of the model. Now that's a really good, you know, whenever it comes down to having a hairdresser work on you, you want to start to look at all angles, you know, from the front to the side, profile, all of this is so, so important. And this is like, watching this kind of come alive is super amazing. You know, because you can actually witness this like firsthand. Somebody that studies bone structure, you know, how everything balances from here to here to here to here, like all different angles. Very classic. The really cool thing about this is, again, he's just creating a little bit of texture right in front, but this would be a very, very classic kind of clean blow dry, which is super nice. So again, you've got a little bit of height. I mean, again, I would probably open this up a little bit more down by the chin, down through here, because when that hair kind of closes in right through there. And the thing I really want you to notice is that you want to look and see how balanced their face shape is, right? Like having there where her forehead is, her forehead actually has a little bit more, she has more room up here than she does down through here. So that fringe, instead of coming up, could actually come down and then open that up a little bit more down through this area. It would look amazing. That's just my 2 cents. There you go. So now you're starting to see it as she kind of like moved her face, right? Which is nice. I like seeing more of that neck area right through there. And the really cool thing is now that she turns over a little bit more, that fringe kind of falls forward like that, and it kind of cuts that off in half. That's where it works really well. So really about how you photograph that, you know, when you're looking at something like that, how you photograph that is going to make a huge difference versus from like this angle to like that angle. You know, see, looking at this, like, I just love like how this shape looks right back through here. Because again, what you're seeing, you see that curve happening and you can see those flows of those pieces. Like that right there is just so pretty to me, right there, so pretty. You know, again, like utilizing the way the hair is colored and the way that it has like a darker root and then those ends that look a little bit more blonde. So he's using that light and that dark to really bring out that, it's pretty impressive. Okay. Let's hold the phone right here. Like, this is actually pretty amazing. Like, this shape that's happening, the way he's using his hairpins to hold and to separate the hair, it's pretty, like, I'm really super impressed. I wish I could actually dress some hair like this. This is actually super amazing. I love how everything flows. I mean, again, do you have to add the butterflies? I mean, you could, like, it's not my steez personally, but I mean, I really like, because I want the hair to kind of speak for itself. I'm more of a minimalist when it comes to something like this. There's so much happening right here. You know, again, without the accessories, it would still be super amazing. Like, just the way it flows, like everything is just... So you guys can actually see, you can see where he started to crimp in this area right through here. So he's building up that texture. That's like, I love that. I love doing that. Whenever I pull up hair, that's one thing that I really, really get into. You know, he's actually just using bobby pins to pin in those extensions, and he's just interweaving it in between right through there, building it on top of each other. And he's probably doing it, number one, for volume, number two, for color texture, and number three, for thickness as well. So those three things right there, and to make it to where he can actually build dimension within like somebody that's got really dark hair. So good call. And you can start to see, even as he starts to comb that out, you can see that texture, which was super amazing. You know, you can tell he uses a lot of irons, from crimpers to curling irons, to really just kind of build that texture within the hairs. So that in itself is, and honestly, to smooth out the hair, like that's also another thing that I think using the right type of products. So with this one right here, this is a classic, you know, root tong set, and he's actually doing it like you would a rod. And that's actually a super fascinating way to go about it. And right now, brushing it out, you know, this is something that I do quite a bit. Now, this is such a classic, timeless kind of shape. I love this. This will always be in. Classic. You can see kind of how pale she is. She's got a nice red lip. Like, this is absolutely stunning. And to get it all to flow together like that, it's all about brushing out. I love this. I love what he did. And you can always tell, like, you're not building a ton of volume, but you're building, you know, you want those curls and those waves to all sync together. That is so important. I love it. Great job, bro. Great job. This artist has some skills, man. Absolutely has some skills. He's an amazing, like, up to avant-garde artist. Props to him. I've seen him before. I haven't seen a lot of this stuff, actually. And it is actually pretty impressive to watch somebody do something like that. If you guys want me to react to a video, you can send a link in the comments below. So if you want me to react to something, you know, I'd love to react to something. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Like, comment. Let me know, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.